Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome to the Elder Scrolls Online. In this series, I plan to answer the question, what is it like starting Elder Scrolls as a new player in 2022? A little bit of background about me: I've played MMOs for 15 years, primarily in World of Warcraft, and I played this game for a couple months when it first came out. And then my guild gravitated back towards raiding in WoW, and I kind of left it behind, but I was always drawn back. I really liked my time in the world. I thought it had good writing, great voice acting, and good lore. And I'm ready to jump back in here years and years later to see what is it like coming into this game as a new player. I'm going to be trying out the Necromancer class here. And we're going to go through the tutorial experience as one might if they were new to the game. So we are going to go through that. Name already in use. How about that? And a little bit about how I play is I really like to get immersed in the story, the world, and the lore of these types of games. So I try to keep the music and the ambient sound up. I'll be reading any lore objects we come across.
Thank the stars.
And all quests that aren't voice acted, though it seems like we're going to be treated to a fair bit of voice acting here.
There you are, on your feet. I know magical translocation can really upset the stomach. Just take a moment and get your bearings, alright?
See, this is different than the tutorial I was expecting. The tutorial that I had back when the game first came out was in Cold Harbor. And obviously we are not in Cold Harbor. So where am I?
The Isle of Bolfiera, home of Kandarathi. I apologize for the cramped accommodations. We pride ourselves on courtesy, but circumstances here have taken a turn for the bizarre. I needed to make sure you weren't a danger to yourself or others.
With that established, can you let me out?
You might not be so eager to escape once you hear what's going on. You arrive via a portal, along with a deitric beast called Shayazel. It seized control of our golems and unleashed them on the island. If I free you, will you help me stop Shayazel?
Yes.
Wise choice. Just give me a moment.
Seemed like kind of the only choice.
That should unlock the door. When you're ready, follow me.
Alright, I don't suppose there's any point looking around here, seeing as how it is just kind of a learning area. There's probably not a lot of hidden stuff to find. But yeah, I plan to fully explore this world and get as much out of the lore as I can, guys, so I hope that you're into that.
There you are, free as a spring cricket. I hope you intend to keep your word. We'll need each other out there. Of that I'm certain. The name's Norianwe, by the way, of Kandarathi. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Norianwe, will we ever see you again outside of this intro experience? So where are we headed?
We're bound for a place called the Keyrights Gallery. But first, I need to know you can defend yourself. Hurtling through the Orbis and falling flat on your ear left you a bit scattered. Find a weapon, and we'll work out the cobwebs. Fair?
Sure, but I have some questions.
Of course. I can't promise total transparency, but I'll be as forthcoming as I can.
At least you're honest. You mentioned a Keyrights Gallery. What is this place?
The Keyrights Gallery is an ancient substructure of Bolfiera Island, built long before my clan arrived.
Why is it called the Keyrights Gallery?
On account of all the doors. The gallery's full of ancient gates, each with some arcane connection to places in Tamriel and beyond. Once the gates came to life, rifts opened. You fell out of one of them. The Daedra, Shayazel, emerged from another.
How did you escape?
I cast an incantation of the steed, snatched you up, and fled as fast as my feet would carry me. I heard the Daedra cursing, followed by some kind of explosion, but I didn't look back. I hope the gallery is still standing.
And what are you doing here?
Nothing irresponsible, if that's what you're asking. I'm a member of Klandarathi's intelligence guild. The Cinderella. More scholar than spy, I assure you. I was conducting some research in the gallery, then pop! You and that monster arrived.
Why were you studying this place?
The gallery's always been a place of special interest for the guild, but we never quite cracked how it worked. Despite the dangers, this is our greatest breakthrough to date. The guild master will be ecstatic, provided we get it under control.
You said something about golems. What's going on here exactly?
Would it frustrate you to hear that I have no idea? We Dureni are cautious by nature, so the Isle of Bolfiera has many defenses. Magical stone guardians protect many of our sacred sites, but somehow this Daedra found a way to turn them against us.
Can you describe the Daedra, Shiazel?
Ugh, do I have to? If I recall my studies correctly, I'd say it's a harvester, a huge serpentine creature that feeds on souls and magicka. If it finds a way to consume the energies of the gallery, we will be in very serious trouble.
It sounds like it. What are we doing here? We need to find... I might need to turn the mouse sensitivity up a little bit. This is not where I'm going to do that. And neither is that. We can crank the gamma up a little bit. I know YouTube has a tendency to darken things. Okay, we will look at... Oh, it's probably under camera. Rotation speed. There we go. Alright, so what do we have? A sword and shield, great axe, daggers, a bow, a fire staff, and a healing staff. We're gonna take the fire staff right now. I don't really know anything about builds for this game. I haven't done any research, and I'm going in basically blind. When I played when the game came out, I was a Templar, and I just remember having like a two-handed sword and heavy armor. And
larger weapons like
I don't even know if that was optimal.
Will take both hands to use. You can pair smaller weapons with a shield,
okay,
or another weapon of that size. The choice is yours. Yes, I think that one suits you. If you change your mind, feel free to take any other weapon you want. Now, let's find a spot to practice.
Can we take multiple weapons? Like, can I take the great axe? We can. Oh, that's really cool. Okay.
This is as good a place as any. Now, prepare yourself while I conjure up a dance partner. Let's begin.
Alright, I get it.
Top marks.
Oh, we weren't close enough. We weren't close enough to even begin the tutorial. Now that we have this blue thing around us, we're actually in the event now.
Ready yourself. Quick, strike while it's off balance.
Alright.
Raw strength that. One, block it, strike. Give it everything you've got. You're a natural. Protect yourself. Use your heaviest attack.
Got it.
Now some foes will try to restrain you. Quickly, break free. Again, make ready. Prepare yourself. Now press your advantage with a heavy attack. Again, hold its attack. Swiftly now, interrupt it.
Seems simple enough.
Prepares an attack. Good, now destroy it. Well done. Come speak with me for a moment. With moves like that, the Daedra doesn't stand a chance. Yes, I'd say we're ready to set out.
And where to now?
To reach the Keyride's gallery. We have to make it out of this ruin and across a wide field full of the golems I mentioned. With any luck, we'll be able to slip past them. But I'm not all that lucky. so I'm sorry in advance.
Alright, we'll head there next. What can we expect to encounter in the gallery?
Well, it begins with a door, the first of many. The only way to access the gallery is through a mysterious gateway. Once we pass through that initial door, we'll step into a huge vault. This is the part that worries me most.
Why does it worry you?
I believe Shiazel, the Daedric creature that's causing all this mischief, may have nested itself.
Oh, good.
So be prepared to fight.
And will dealing with Shiazel pacify the golems?
I can't say anything with certainty, but ridding the world of an otherworldly abomination can't hurt,
True.
right?
Big true.
Its influence might linger for a time, but the golems should return to normal before too long. Hopefully.
Let's go. Level 2 rewards. What do we got? We have an attribute point and a skill point. We're probably going to want health and a magicka. Let's go into magicka first. Confirm with E. And then character skills allow you to customize your combat style and fight the way you want. You can select abilities to learn more about what they do. Okay. A flame skull. Lob an explosive skull at an enemy dealing 3,700 flame damage. Every third cast of this ability deals 20% increased damage. That's for Gravelord. Bone Tyrant. Death Scythe. Slice into your enemy's life force, dealing 3,000 magic damage. You heal for 3,000 health for the first enemy hit, and an additional 1,000 for each additional. That seems really overpowered. And Living Death Tree. Render flesh. Sacrifice your own power to repair damaged flesh, healing you or an ally in front of you. This is a healing tree. That's actually really cool. I'm tempted to go with the Death Scythe. Although I'd like to eventually get a ranged attack. Let's go here first. That heal seems invaluable, that self-heal on this. Okay. So we have them bound to 1 through 5. Because of the controls and how this game is set up with movement, I am going to go into my key bindings. And I'm going to change these. I have a MMO mouse that has 12 buttons on the side, 9 of which I can easily reach, and they're bound to my F1 through like F9 keys. I'm going to bind my abilities to those keys. It's going to be a lot easier to hit. And I'm not going to have to reach off of WASD for my 1 through 5 keys, because I'm assuming there's going to be some dodging, dodge rolling and stuff like that, so... There we go. That should suffice. I do have to say, like, right away, the game looks beautiful and runs super smooth. And I love the interior design of this place. I hope that other dungeons and other areas are as well done. I'm not going to sneak past it, but I'll hit control so we can learn how to sneak. Oh, look, a trap. Alright, very cool. Let's search the backpack. Take a lockpick. Can we force it? Yeah, we can. Alright, we got a room full of armor. I don't really know what we can wear, but we're gonna go for some medium stuff. Did we get everything we need? I mean, maybe we want light armor. As a caster, we could possibly want light armor, but... yeah, these are lights. Maybe we... Maybe we go with something like that. We'll stick with this for now. I think it's fine. Also, is there a way, and maybe you guys can answer me this, is there a way to hide our helmets? Yeah, a lot of times games have ways to hide the helmet. I'd like to just be able to see my character and their hair and their face. So I often like to hide the helmet. Maybe it's not possible. If so, let me know if you know how to do that.
Let's be on our way. A word of warning, though. Some of the golems may wander the halls ahead. There shouldn't be many of them, but as my master used to say, prudence is victory's profit. Sorry, he was very keen on weird proverbs.
Okay. So, yeah, we're going this way. This was just the bonus room. Yeah, I have to say, I mean, I like looking awesome, like, right from level 1. That's cool. We'll see how long that keeps up. But yeah, I like all the art design in this game a lot. From the environments, to the characters, to the gear. Really nice. The music also seems top tier.
Let's hurry. Right. The entrance to the Keyride's gallery should be east of here. Let's set out.
Alright, well right away I see we have a buddy up here. It does take us a minute to get our weapon out and ready up. It does take us a minute. Let's open the map. So the objectives over here, let's just look around a little bit. You are not an enemy, but you are. Now, does this seek a little bit? Like, if I miss a little bit, yeah, it still seeks. Okay, so we don't have to be super accurate with this. And these guys aren't dealing a lot of damage to us, so they're not really a threat.
Careful. Game wardens often set traps around here.
Oh yeah, like that one that we just walked into. Alright, I think we got out of that. Looks like if we had not unlocked that other room, we'd have our gear choices right over here as well. Oh, we have an ice staff? Well, what's the ice staff do? Is the ice staff better for a necromancer? Kinda want to check out the ice staff. Not nearly as cool looking as the fire staff, so just on like the graphic of that alone, gonna have to stick with the fire staff for now. I don't know if I really want to do like a casting weapon. Maybe I want to do something like a two-handed sword. I guess it really doesn't matter, we could probably just do whatever we want. We could even see how the axe works out. A little weird to be a necromancer wielding an axe, but I kind of like how we have the freedom to do that if we want to. No great swords over here. There is a sword. Maybe we could even do like a sword and shield, perhaps, for some additional defense. I mean, we could use this, but if we're gonna build us to be mostly melee abilities, then it makes sense to maybe have a melee weapon. I think we could have 2 weapon loadouts, so maybe we'll have a magic staff and a melee loadout. It is nice to be able to kind of open up by blasting them from a distance. Alright, let's go up here now. I didn't realize it, but we have another player here, and wow, he looks really awesome. Pretty sure he was just teabagging that guy.
Gallery is in here. Let's head inside.
Let's head inside. That's a great idea.
Well, this is upsetting. Jeffers' bones. The surge of magicka created by the portals you came through. It must have cracked this sky shard. Without a functioning sky shard, this gate remains locked, and there's no way for us to proceed. Damn.
Is there any way to fix it?
Unless you have a set of enchanting tools and a working knowledge of meteoric empowerment theory, no, there's nothing for it. We need to find a replacement.
As a matter of fact, no, we don't know what any of that means.
I saw one in a vault just south of here a few days ago, but it was flanked by one of the island's more powerful golems. Normally, I'd say we should search for another option, but given the circumstances, I think we have to risk it.
Alright, let's find that sky shard, but can I ask you something before we set out?
Let's not tarry too long, though.
What are sky shards, exactly?
Giant clusters of meteoric glass. They fall from Aetherius, charged with raw and very potent magicka. Mages use sky shards in all kinds of rituals and experiments. We Dureni use them as a power source.
Is Aetherius, like they fall from Aetherius, is that a moon? Is that just what they call outer space? Questions. What kind of golem did you see near the sky shard?
It's a monstrous sentinel called a gargoyle. I've never seen one fight, but by all accounts, they are far more powerful than the golems we've faced thus far.
Great. Great.
All right. Do you see that vault to the south? The sky shard is there.
I really like the minimalistic UI and how, like, we don't have a giant mini-map cluttering things up and things like that. I could probably set the action bars to kind of fade out, I bet. Settings, interface. Yeah, maybe not. I'd like to set it so that our combat options, our abilities only show up when we're actually in combat. That's what I would like to set up. We leveled up again. Let's go more magicka. I don't know if we're going to go into these weapon skills. I'm not going to spend any points on weapon skills until I kind of determine what weapon I want to use long term, and I don't know anything about the game or anything about the class right now, so with that in mind, we're just going to grab a ranged attack here, Flame Skull, and see what that feels like.
There it is! The Sky Shard!
And the gargoyle. Oh, that's really cool looking. Oh, the third one was bigger and we double-handed it.
No.
Oh, that's so cool. Ah, I like that. Alright, we can roll out of the way by double tapping.
Roll quickly, to the side.
No need. He's down. Alright, that was cool. Yeah, I really like that, how we cast the first two, and then the more powerful third one, we throw it out with both our hands. That's a really cool animation. Oh, man. I dig it.
What? Did you just absorb the energy of that shard?
You tell me.
We should hurry back to the gate. We don't have the Sky Shard, but we do have a spark of ethereal energy. That's the important bit.
Now, I did a little bit of research on how to begin this game, and I guess we're gonna have an option to either do like a new player experience in the Elsewhere expansion, or we could go to the actual starting zones from the original launch of the game. And a lot of the opinions I read say that for like a new player, it's probably actually better to do the original starting zones, so you don't miss out on all those quests. I don't want to miss out on the lore and the story. You don't miss out on things like collecting the Sky Shards. And I think it would be a little bit jarring for me to kind of jump into the Elsewhere expansion, even if it has a new player experience. So I think we're going to go with one of the 3 original starting zones. And just kind of go from there. I'd like to experience the game from as close to the actual beginning as possible. That may not be the optimal way to play, and maybe we'll pivot later on into something else. But I am going to start off by doing that. And I'd be open to hear your suggestions on different zones and places to go. But I think we're going to start in one of the original starting areas and not do the Elsewhere new player experience bit right now.
Alright, moment of truth. Focus on the Sky Shard aperture. With any luck, it'll respond to the power you absorbed and unlock the gate.
He enjoys the attention.
I'm afraid we've reached the really scary bit. The Daedric creature responsible for all these portals waits just beyond that gate. If you have any other preparations to make them now.
Do you have any advice on how to slay this thing?
Again, I'm just a scholar. But I'd encourage you to remember what we practiced before. Keep moving. Strike true. And exploit any opening the creature gives you.
Alright, sounds pretty basic, but let's do it.
There it is! Send it back to oblivion!
You cannot kill what cannot die. Wither and die.
We are out of mana.
Only I will remain.
There we go.
You did it! Hopefully the gallery wasn't too badly damaged. Follow me.
Quick slotting. Okay, we can quick slot over here. I don't think we have anything that we need to quick slot just yet.
By all the stars. Look at the central column. I had no idea it was concealing something like this. Let's get a closer look.
Let's. They did a really good job here on their tutorial experience. I really like it. It sets a really good vibe that I hope kind of carries through into the rest of the game. It's not the original Cold Harbor experience, that's true, and I kind of wonder how they're going to handle that story now. I remember it was like the story of the prophet, and
This is the Keyrights Gallery, but not as
I wonder if like none of that stuff is in the game anymore, if that's like an old plot thread that is resolved, and therefore maybe we're not going to be able to take part in that story.
To unlock the gates. Their power comes from this arcane helix. Amazing.
I don't really know how this game handles their story continuity.
These gates can finally reopen. Perhaps not all of them at first, but enough to reach most of Tamriel. The question for you, I suppose, is where to first?
Right, exactly. Yeah, here we go.
Can you believe this? Just look around. With this arcane helix exposed, the chamber is positively crackling with magic. The Keyrights Gallery has come to life, and I finally think I know why.
What do you mean? Why did it come to life?
Because of you. Matters in Tamriel are bleak. War rages in Cyrodiil. Daedric princes conspire. Dragons ride the winds of elsewhere. The Second Era needs a savior. I believe the Gallery, perhaps even the Adamantine Tower itself, chose you.
Yeah, I feel like whatever's transpiring here, like we are maybe after the main events of the main core game release.
The Keyrights Gallery opened doors to every corner of Tamriel, places I suspect that desperately need a hero's aid. This choice is yours to make, but wherever you choose to go, I'm sure adventure awaits. May the stars protect you. So, have you chosen where to go? What region of the world strikes your fancy? Not everyone gets to pass instantly from one side of Tamriel to another, you know. This is quite a gift.
Do you really think fate brought me here?
Well, fate's sort of a clumsy way to put it. No offense. Honestly, we may never know why you were chosen. But I believe there was intention here. Something, whether it be the stars, the gallery, or the tower itself, placed you here for a reason.
And Shayazel, what brought it here?
Perhaps it followed you to prevent you from reaching your, well, destiny sounds a bit too grandiose. Let's just say to stop you from reaching your potential. Then again, maybe the power of this place brought you here to stop Shayazel.
I guess we'll never know.
Probably not. But what's a life without unanswered questions, right? Boring, if you ask me.
Do you think you'll ever unravel the mysteries of this place?
Ha! An elf can hope. Answering that question will probably keep me occupied for the next 100 years. Is the helix connected to the Adamantine Tower? How does it perceive distant corners of Tamriel? I may never understand it, but I'll do my best.
Any thoughts on where I should go?
It is a bit overwhelming, isn't it? The whole of Tamriel stretched out before you. We could start with the political considerations. 3 great alliances vie for control of Cyrodiil. Does the fate of the Pact, Covenant, or Dominion interest you?
Yes, I would like to travel to Alliance territory.
Excellent. You can visit Stros Mackay in Daggerfall Covenant territory, an island called Kandarathi Roost that the Aldmeri Dominion set its eyes on, or the Ebonheart Pact's domain.
Okay, so that should be the portals over here. Kandarathi Roost, Stros Mackay, and Bleak Rock Isle. The one that I did back in the day, I started in Stros Mackay, so I'd like to do something different. I still remember a bit of this. So, we could do Kandarathi Roost. I don't know what that is. Or we could do the Bleak Rock Isle. And then over here we could do the Elsewhere experience, I believe. Yeah. But we're going to go over this way. And we are going to start off in... yeah, let's do Kandarathi Roost.
That's Kandarathi Roost, a Khajiiti Isle.
A Khajiiti Isle.
Okay. The Aldmeri Dominion. Sea elves have been flexing their muscles in that part of the Topal Bay. Competing interests could lead to bloodshed. Someone like you could set things right.
All right. Well, what's going on? What's going on over here in Bleak Rock Isle? Are these all like just little islands, essentially?
It appears this one leads to Bleak Rock, a frigid Nord holding, north of Eastmarch. For this gate to choose such a remote location, something important must be taking place there. The gallery is beckoning you to face it. Ready to brave the cold?
I've been braving the cold for a long time. So okay, yeah, let's do that.
We submit to your will and call forth the chains of cold.
They're performing a ritual, preparing the way for a dark anchor.
Opening rift to oblivion.
It's worse than we thought. The flame melt has begun.
The portals reach from our side to theirs. That means there is a traitor.
Perhaps it was simply arrogance. Perhaps it was all part of his grand scheme. Who can know the logic of a Daedric prince?
Claims it fulfills a prophecy in those wretched scrolls of his.
Imagine seeing your nemesis succeed where you failed.
Let the way be opened.
I am patient.
Let the will of Moloch Val be denied.
This world will one day be mine.
Okay, I feel like they just gave us like some kind of rundown on the original plot. So that was the prophet, and then we saw a voice acting from Lyris, who I think we met in Cold Harbor in the very beginning. So something tells me that all that stuff has happened and we are in the world technically after that main storyline has taken place. Which is sad because it means I might not get to hear Jean-Luc Picard do his best Gandalf impressions. So that's a little sad, but here we are. Oh, this place looks nice. Want to do me some rustic camping in a place like this. That'd be great. Alright, let's see. What do we got here? Mathor's Journal. Saw a strange light out over the water last night. I've seen the auroras do some strange things, but never anything quite like this. Corpses washed up on shore. They were dressed strangely, as if they were from far-off lands. I have no idea where they came from. Tilrani said to send them on to Sovngarde with honors, so we did. Let's see. Loskar or Halskar? Halskar found someone on the shore, shivering in the cold. But not wet, just damp where they were lying in the snow. Would have died without care. He dragged the body back to town and stuck it in one of the spare beds. Hopefully the poor soul will survive the night. So that is about us. Anything else going on here? I guess before we creep around the house we could talk to the captain here.
I'm short on good health.
Oh, you are a dark elf? Cool.
Someone like you.
We just woke up. Are we capable? I don't know. What's wrong?
We sighted a ship offshore. I've sent my troops to investigate. If it's the vanguard of an invasion, well, we'll need to evacuate.
The village? What about the villagers?
Find the people of Bleak Rock all across the island. Darj, the hunter, went to Skyshroud Barrow. Iman's out at Orky's Hollow with his sister Rolanda. Sane, my sergeant, is out at Hossen's Folly.
Okay, so we need to round up all these people. I'll go find them. A little bit of a jarring way to start. I wonder if it would have started a little bit differently if we would have woken up from Cold Harbor. Reyna's log. I've been exiled. I'm commanding a garrison of stinking Nords, and you can't find this place on a map. If Sini hadn't come with me, I'd be the only Dark Elf on the island. She gave up so much to be here. I can never repay her loyalty. I'm determined not to let this bleak rock break me. Tilrani still acts as if I just got here. My time with the villagers when I was in command of the garrison means nothing to her. I will make her understand Bleak Rock is my home now, no mistaking. The lights in the sky have caused a panic in town. We all know there are powers at work in Nim. Most of these folks haven't so much as spoken with a mage. How can they understand something like mystical lights in the sky? In the wake of the light, strange corpses floated ashore. Tilrani instructed some of the men to burn the corpses right there on the beach. I asked her to wait to let me check with Windhelm first. She refused. Damn that woman. I've ordered the garrison to be on guard. Something's in the air. Holskar found someone alive along the beach. He claimed the castaway wasn't wet. How could someone float ashore without getting wet? Snowborn can get stuffed. I'm writing a letter to headquarters. They need to weigh in on this. Last night I had a dream about our castaway. If Tilrani heard I was having strange dreams, she'd have Denskar lock me in his barn. In the dream, the newcomer stood in front of me and beckoned me forward. I felt compelled to advance, as if it was important somehow. I don't know what it means, but I need to talk to this newcomer, assuming the stranger ever wakes up. Our man on the tower sighted a ship on the horizon, couldn't make out the flag. Tilrani is still furious, says we need to evacuate. That's the kind of thinking that got me here in the first place. I've put Haranton in charge of the men and sent them out on the boat. Sania and I will handle the situation here on the island. Whatever happens, we need to proceed carefully. We need a measured response. Very cool, very good writing. I very much enjoy that. Letter to Reyna. Captain Reyna, in light of your actions, I have no choice but to strip you of your command and rank. Your time at the Pelagod garrison is over. Tomorrow you will appear before a court-martial. They will decide your ultimate fate. May the three have mercy on your writhing soul. The court will not. So that must have been how she got sent here. Spirits of Nim. Lokram is the spirit of Nim, the god of all mortals. This does not mean all mortals necessarily like him or even know him. Most elves hate him, thinking creation as that act which sundered them from the spirit realm. Most humans revere him, or aspects of him, as the herald of existence, the creation of the mortal plane. The mundus Nim is a source of mental anguish to all living things. All souls know deep down they came originally from somewhere else, and that Nim is a cruel and crucial step to what comes next. What is this next? Some wish to return to the original state in the spirit realm and think that Lorcan is the demon that hinders their way. To them, Nim is a prison, an illusion to escape. Others think that Lorcan created the world as the testing ground for transcendence. To them, the spirit realm was already a prison, and that true escape is now finally possible. Whew! We are going to have a lot of lore to absorb in this one, and I am looking forward to it. I don't want to steal from anybody, so I'm not going to be taking stuff. I think there was a door back up here that we didn't check out. Oh, that's just leading us outside. Oh, we got a little deck out here, okay. Very cool, very cool. Alright, let's take a look. We got a couple of things in our inventory here. I think this is giving us some stuff that might be better. Let's take everything. This is heavy armor. The flame staff here, it looks like it's better. Not sure exactly what we just did. I think I ate some buff food. Okay. And yeah, we have our markers around the map, places that we need to go explore, so maybe we should get right into it. Part of me is always tempted to run around and talk to some NPCs first, but nobody seems to have a quest for us here.
Oh there.
Oh hi.
Feeling better?
Isn't it cold without a shirt?
It's good Skyrim weather. Not even squalling. Come back in the dead of winter. Cold enough to freeze the hairs in your nose.
Have you lived here long?
Aye. Me and Tilrani. Built that house ourselves. Board by board. When I got here, I never dreamed my commander would bed me. Even less that she'd like me enough to take Mara's vows.
Well, lucky you. Killing livestock. No, we're not going to kill livestock, but okay. Not everybody wants to talk to us as much as that guy did.
Take a load off. Our banks are the most secure places in all Tamriel.
Okay, your guild bank.
Pains me to think of leaving this place behind. But maybe it's time I did.
Some kind of enchanting. Kind of just looking for a vendor that we could sell some stuff to.
Most Nords don't really appreciate the gift of magic or what I do. Including me. I'd rather be a lumberjack.
Okay then. Can we sell? Yes, we can. Whoops. A lot of this stuff is worth nothing, but I would like to just get it out of my inventory. Okay, that's good. Looks like we have a side quest here.
My husband, Galund, went fishing yesterday morning. He never came home. I went looking for him this morning with my dog, and now my dog has wandered off.
You're not having very good luck today.
No, I'm not. The last place I saw Rex's was near our mill, just north of here. Take this whistle. Use it when you get over there.
I'll find your dog.
In case he comes home.
We'll find your husband if we can. We're gonna prioritize the dog, obviously. Imp stool. We collected some imp stool. Use the dog whistle. I don't know how to do that. Quest items. Whoops. We can link it in chat, but we can't use it. Yeah, I have no idea how to use the whistle, guys. That's a problem. Oh, it's over here that we have to use it. What is this telling us exactly? I don't know. Let's come back over here. Okay, so we just have to be in the proper place to actually use it. Oh, look at that. What a good boy. Rexus bounces back and forth under your hand. He looks like he wants you to follow. I should see where he wants to go. He's gonna lead us to his master. Come on, lead the way, lassie. I like the music here a lot. It's very, very chill. Oh, look at that.
Thank God. My boat sank off the coast in a storm. It was unnatural. I saw colors I've never seen before. I drifted for hours on a plank. I thought I was dead.
Luckily, you're going to be fine.
Just give me a second, and I'll head back home. I'll lean on Rexus when I get tired. Almera will be worried sick. Thank you.
Look at that, we did a good thing. We haven't murdered anybody yet, unlike most MMOs. Glyph of health. And maybe some better pants. Let's go into Magicka again. We can summon a flaming skeleton from the ground. I don't know if I want to get into summoning specifically. Bone armor seems good. You can wrap yourself in hardened bone, granting you major resolve, increasing your physical resistance and spell resistance by 5,900 for 17 seconds. Yeah, we'll go with that for now. Alright, where to next? I guess we're headed up here, but we've already kind of been up that way. I'm not sure what we're supposed to be unlocking here at this explore point, or if it's just like a general suggestion that we head out this way. Let's keep going and just kind of see what we find.
Mind yourself. There are bandits about.
Oh, this is Sergeant Sini. We heard about her. Can we help?
That's refreshing. Most days it's just Rana and me against the world. We have some work to do.
Alright, let's get to it.
That cursed ship is the least of our worries. Bandits are plundering the mine looking for artifacts.
Why are they here?
They're alert, looking for something. Had to kill the one behind me before he warned the others.
How can we help?
How are you at subterfuge?
Not very good.
I'll stay here and keep an eye on these bandits. You take the uniform from our friend here. Get down among the shacks and see what's going on.
Okay.
Grab some gear from our friend here. His kit will help you slip into the mine unnoticed.
And how long have you reported it to Captain Rana?
I've been her second in command since we arrived on the island. She really is a skilled commander. This just isn't her finest day. Or mine.
And why is this place called Hazen's Folly?
I'm not entirely sure. It was named after a prospector who came out here with his family. They said they were mining for iron, but folks saw them wearing dark robes.
Dark robes? Were they cultists?
That's the story. One day there was a fire and the whole camp burned. Locals said they heard monsters roaring. The place has been boarded up ever since.
But were they really cultists, or do they just like black? Maybe they just like black robes. Alright, we need to take a disguise from our friend here. Pretty sure that guy just said he went from a life of crime to... Hey, wait, what? I thought we were in disguise. Thought we were in disguise. Bandit note. The work at Hazen's goes slowly. Capture any villagers you find and bring them back to camp. Then you can trade them for food. We'll accept the villagers living or dead, however they want to play it. I have to stop some local bandits. I'll burn their supplies and rescue their prisoners. Alright. Well then. Memorandum of our contract. The Frost Edge pillagers are hereby engaged to find relics of power in Hazen's Folly and bring them to General Syrian. Payment to be dispensed upon the nature of what is found. Down payment in gold has been offered and accepted. Be sure to warn your scouts. The cultists used an old Nord tomb as their worship place. Those hairy bastards love to set traps. Expect some flame traps or sword blades or flaming sword blades. cause as much trouble as you like. The more, the better. Kill anyone you meet. Whew. Some bad stuff. Alright. I guess the guys with torches we need to avoid. I'm pretty sure that's what's going on. Yeah, the guys with torches, we can't mess with them. Tiny cracks cover the surface of this rune ward. It may have once thrummed with magical energy, but it's now dark. Read the note. Rogator, keep this runestone out of the mine. If you bring it near the unspeakable sigil, the portal closes. Then we're cut off from the relics. That means we don't get paid. If you don't understand, I'll start breaking fingers until you do. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, boy. He is on alert there. Just ignore us. Nothing's happening. It's all fine. Oh, don't tell me we can't get in through the window back here. Did I mess up my disguise? I think we did. Oh no. Yeah, I guess we're fighting. Oh, there we go. This old tomb is the perfect place to practice our craft. No one will venture down here past the mine. The offerings are complete. The Lady of Nightmares has opened the way. We've been given our own small pocket of this sacred realm. Construction begins tonight to create a suitable temple in her honor. Once the temple is complete, we expect the realm will expand soon. The unspeakable sigil's consecration went just as well as we had hoped. My son will live forever at her side. Scamps, the smallest of her children, are appearing in the temple and deep in the mine. This can only be a sign of her love and favor. However, I had expected our pocket of oblivion to be twice the size it is now. Is the lady displeased with us? Some of us have hatched a plan to sacrifice more of the faithful. Surely that will capture her attention and earn our reward. So yeah, cultist. It's real. Heavy armor increased to 2. We can read skill books like that, I guess, in the world. And we can gain access to skill trees. This guy is just kind of hanging out right here. Let's see if we can get out this way. And it looks like now we need to go into the mine. Don't mind us. Oh, the supplies we need to burn are like way over here. That's like almost totally unrelated to what we're doing now.
Get lost.
Lie, the boss wants me to check on the relics we already found.
Quick, come inside. We've almost made it past the scamps. I heard them say the portal is just beyond.
Thanks. Alright guys, this seems like a good place to take a little bit of a break. I'm sure that delving this place is gonna take a little bit of time. Oh. Oh. Dude, wait, we weren't gonna harm you. Okay, so don't go that way. As I was saying, this is gonna be a good place for us to take a little bit of a break, and next time we will pick up right here. I am having a lot of fun with this. I really like how good the writing is. I really like the voice acting. The lore seems like it's dense and probably amazing once we start wrapping our head around some of it. The world seems fun to explore. And yeah, I'm liking everything about my experience so far, and I would love to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for being here today. I really do appreciate you spending your time with me. Take care of yourselves out there, and take care of each other. And we will see you back in Elder Scrolls really soon. Bye now.